Hello grade 9 students. Welcome to this video lesson. I am Madhu Vadke. We will continue our study in chapter 6 Lines and Angles. In previous video class we started with the concepts related to parallel lines and transversal. We also applied this knowledge in some problems of exercise 6.2. In today's video lesson, we will continue solving questions from this exercise and enhance our skills of application and problem solving. Question number 4 of exercise 6.2. In the given figure, if PQ is parallel to ST, angle PQR is given as 110 degrees and angle RST is given as 130 degrees, then we have to find angle QRS, that is this angle. Let's mark this angle as X. Hint for this question is already given. So draw a line AB that is parallel to ST and passes through point R. Notice that there are two transversals, QR and SR. QR cuts lines PQ and AB and SR cuts line ST and AB. So we have to specify the transversal every time we will talk about any pair of angles related to the parallel lines. Observe the figure. Since ST is parallel to AB and SR is a transversal, angle TSR and angle SRB form co-interior angles. So their sum should be equal to 180 degrees. Write down the reason. Co-interior angles formed by transversal SR with lines ST parallel to AB. But angle RST is given as 130. So substituting in the above equation, 130 degrees plus angle SRB will be equal to 180 degrees. So angle SRB is equal to 180 degrees minus 130 degrees, that is equal to 50 degrees. It is given in the question that line PQ is parallel to ST and we have drawn AB parallel to ST. So what can we say about lines AB and PQ? Are they parallel? Yes. What will be the reason? Lines that are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other, using the theorem that we studied in the previous video class. So let's write this down. PQ is parallel to ST, that is given in the question. And we have drawn AB parallel to ST. That is construction or drawing that we have done. So this implies PQ parallel to AB. Now we can use QR as the transversal that cuts PQ and AB. Angle PQR and angle ARQ form co-interior angles. So we can say angle PQR plus angle ARQ is equal to 180 degrees, because sum of co-interior angles is equal to 180 degrees. But we know that angle PQR is 110. So substituting 110 in place of PQR in the equation, we get angle ARQ equal to 180 degrees minus 110 degrees, which is equal to 70. I have drawn part of the same figure over here for your reference. We have found angle ARQ as 70 and angle SRB as 50 degrees. Now these three angles, ARQ and QRS and SRB, they lie on a straight line, so their sum should be equal to 180 degrees. Reason will be AB is a straight line, and these angles sum up to angle ARB, which is equal to 180 degrees. Now we can substitute all the values that we have got. So 70 degrees plus x plus 50 is equal to 180 degrees. So x is equal to 180 minus 120, that is equal to 60 degrees. So x is 60. Question number 5. AB is parallel to CD and angle APQ is equal to 50 and angle PRD is equal to 127 degrees. Find angle X and Y. In this figure, there is one pair of parallel lines and there are two transversals, PQ and PR. So taking PQ as the transversal, angle APQ and PQR form alternate interior angles. So they should be equal. So that answers our first question. Reason alternate interior angles made by transversal PQ with lines AB parallel to CD. So X will be equal to 50 degrees. Now taking PR as the transversal, angle APR and angle PRD form pair of alternate interior angles. So they should be equal. Angle APR should be equal to angle PRD. Reason alternate interior angles made by transversal PR with AB parallel to CD. But angle APR is made of two angles, APQ and QPR. Angle APR is equal to angle APQ plus angle QPR, which is equal to 50 degrees plus Y. and angle PRD is given in the question as 127 degrees. So equating these two as their left hand sides are equal, 50 degrees plus y is equal to 127. So y is equal to 127 degrees minus 50, that is equal to 77 degrees. Question number 6. In the figure, PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at point B, and the reflected ray BC strikes the mirror RS at point C and again reflects back along CD. Prove that AB is parallel to CD. To do this question, let's draw a perpendicular at point B to PQ and a perpendicular at point C to RS. We have drawn BN perpendicular to PQ, and we have drawn CM perpendicular to RS. So what can we say about angle BNC? Since lines PQ and RS are parallel, BN becomes a transversal. Angle PBN is 90 by construction. So angle BNC should also be 90 because they form alternate interior angles. So angle PBN will be equal to angle BNC equal to 90 as they form alternate interior angles with transversal BN cutting PQ parallel to RS. Now angle BNC and angle MCS are 90 degrees. But these two angles form corresponding angles made by the transversal RS cutting the lines BN and MC. So what can we say about BN and MC? They are also parallel. Angle BNC is equal to 90 and angle MCS is also equal to 90. This is by construction. So this implies that angle BNC is equal to angle MCS. But they are corresponding angles made by transversal RS with lines BN and MC. So since the corresponding angles are equal, we can say that BN is parallel to MC. Now let's mark these angles in the figure as 1, 2, 3 and 4. BN is perpendicular to the plane of the mirror. So BN is also a normal. AB is the incident ray. Angle made by the incident ray with the normal is called as angle of incidence. BC is the reflected ray. Angle made by the reflected ray with the normal is called as angle of reflection. And we have studied in science class that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Likewise, BC becomes the incident ray for mirror RS when it strikes at C. So angle 3 will be the angle of incidence, and CD becomes the reflected ray. So the angle made by CD with the normal will be angle of reflection. Since angle I is equal to R, angle 3 will also be equal to 4. So with this we have angle 1 equal to 2 and angle 3 equal to 4. But angle 2 is also equal to angle 3 because BN is parallel to MC and 2 and 3 form alternate interior angles. So let's write down all of this. So angle 1 is equal to angle 2 because angle I is equal to angle R using the laws of reflection of light. At point B. Also angle 3 is equal to angle 4 using laws of reflection. At point C. We have proved earlier that BN is parallel to CM. So taking BC as transversal, angle 2 will be equal to angle 3 because they form alternate interior angles. Now multiply this equation by 2, so we get 2 times angle 2 equal to 2 times angle 3, which is angle 2 plus angle 2 equal to angle 3 plus angle 3. Now what I am going to do is replace this angle 2 as angle 1 because angle 2 is equal to 1, and replace this angle 3 as angle 4 from these steps. So I get angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. This is from, let's mark this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Now what is angle 1 plus 2 from the figure? Angle ABC, and angle 3 plus 4 is angle BCD. So let's write that. So what are these angles? These are forming alternate interior angles with lines AB and CD cut by transversal BC. So we can say that AB is parallel to CD since the alternate angles are equal. With this, we come to the end of this video lesson. Your assignment consists of 2 example questions taken from NCERT textbook. Try to solve these questions on your own, and only when you have finished the assignment, open your textbook and check your steps. See you in the next class with a new concept. Until then, goodbye.